Hello, this will be Wednesday's homework for this week. The first one says, write an equation for this problem and solve it. Melinda ate 12 grapes with her breakfast and 10 grapes with her lunch every day for a week. How many grapes did she eat in all? So this will be a two-part equation. So first, you need to figure out how many grapes she ate per day. And then you need to see how many grapes that would be if she ate that amount every day for a week. And remember that a week has 7 days in it. So you need to decide what operations you would need to use, whether it's adding, subtracting, multiplication, or division to solve this problem. And it will be two things. So it's a two-step word problem. The next one says label each angle on this shape as acute, obtuse, or right. So for this shape, sorry, my drawing is bad on this, but you would put either a O, or R in here, a O, or R in here, and a O, or R in here. The O would be for obtuse, the A would be for acute, and the R would be for right. So you have to label each angle on the shape. And remember, an acute angle measures less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle measures more than 90 degrees. It measures more than 90 but less than 180. And a right angle measures exactly 90 degrees. So you have to look at this shape and label each angle. Then this one you have to compare using the following. You use either less than, greater than, or equal to. And you're going to compare these two fractions. And remember, to compare fractions, you need a common denominator. So let me just show you how to do that. 3/10 and 3/8. Okay, so we have the same numerator, but we have different denominators. And honestly, we can look at this and tell automatically which one is bigger, because we know that tenths and eighths, if we compare these, tenths would be smaller than eighths, because the bigger the denominator, the smaller the piece. So we know that this right here would be smaller than this. But in order to find a common denominator, you have to see what two multiples these have in common. So we know that the only multiple, or the first multiple that would be in common with 10 and 8 is 80, because if you multiply 10 times 8, you get 80. And if you multiply 8 times 10, you get 80. So the least common multiple of 10 and 8 is 80. So that means I know my new denominator is going to be 80 for both of these. So let me show you. So 80, something over 80, and something over 80. So in order for me to get from 10 to 80, I would multiply by 8. So that means whatever I do to the bottom, I have to also do it to the top. So if I multiply 10 by 8 to get 80, I have to multiply 3 times 8 as well. And that will give me 24. And to get from 8 to 80, I multiply by 10. So if I multiply the bottom by 10, I also have to multiply the top by 10. So 3 times 10 will give me 30. So now I can look at my fractions and see which one is bigger. And this one would be 30 out of 80 would be bigger than 24 out of 80. So I would use this sign to compare. So that means 24/80 is less then 30/80ths. And then the last one is a division problem. So I'll go ahead and do that one, area model for you. I'll set it up. So it's going to be 3 parts. And I'm going to put my numbers on the inside this time because I'm dividing, not multiplying. So I'll put 126 on the inside. And then you ask yourself, you're finding out you're doing 1 divided by 6 first. Whatever that answer is, you put it on top. Then you multiply. Then you put it in here and subtract. Then if you have something to bring over, you're going to bring that over here. And then, I'll just go ahead and show you how to do this one. So we have 1 divided by 6. I can't divide 1 by 6 because I don't have enough. So I know that's going to be 0. So my answer is 0 up here because I can't get any groups of 6 out of 1. So I multiply 0 times 6 and I get 0. And then I will subtract that. 1 minus 0 is 1. So I'm going to bring my 1 round over here to the tens column. Then I'll divide 12 divided by 6. And I know that I can get 2 groups of 6 out of 12 because 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 divided by 6 is 2, so that 2 goes up here. Then I multiply 2 times 6 and I get 12. Then I subtract. 12 minus 12 is 0. And I don't have anything to bring over this time. So I just divide 6 divided by 6 and I get 1. Then I multiply 6 times 1 and I get 6. And I subtract that and I get 0. So that means this is my final answer, 21. So you need to be able to do that on your own. So you need to practice. And that is all for Wednesday's work.